this might sound crazy. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about you lately. I'm not trying to sound basic, no, but I think you'd be proud of the man that you made me. I don't want your forgiveness, I just want you to know that you changed me and my reflection. But every journey starts with acceptance. Wish I could surprise you with flowers and say let's do it all again. But you're down to your last parachute, I won't let you fall again. The best thing you did was saying goodbye. Yeah, I fucked up, I was not a good guy.
This is probably like the last time I'm gonna try to make this video. If not, then I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow or something. But I've been very tired. I've been very stressed about a lot of stuff lately. So I think that's kind of showing to my videos. So I apologize for that. But I know after this whole course is done and I don't really have to worry about all the other schoolwork that I need to be doing for this course, I know my content and everything will be better. Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock right now, and honestly, I'm usually probably in bed by now or so, just because I've been so tired lately. So I'm just gonna get on with it. So today's topic is about reception, and I'm not going to talk about MEPS because that'll be in a whole different video later, but I want to talk about reception. I'm going to give you guys a little bit input of what I went through and a little input of what might happen to you, and like I said before, everything might not go exactly what I'm saying. So day of actually going to reception, if you're not in the state where you're supposed to be, you're going to take a plane right there. So in the morning, early morning, it was either you go downstairs, eat with all your new now battle buddies, and then you either take a bus ride to the airport or your family can take you. So after I ate and everything, people went and took their bus ride there. My family and some of my friends woke up super early so they can just take me to the airport and say bye one more time. So went to the airport and then said bye, give my kisses to my family and all that, and I will always remember that. I remember the last thing my mom told me, and when I was going through a tough time during basic training, that was the one thing that kept me going. So it was a very important part for me. Took my flight, and then I remember I met a civilian there. I think he was retired, and we were just talking, and he was telling me how his sons are in the military and that their staff sergeants and all that stuff. So it was pretty cool listening to all that stuff, especially since I was going to reception. I was going to basic combat training. Once I landed, from what I recall, they gave you a per diem. It's what amount of money that you can use, and that's what I used to eat. So once you get there, once you get to the airport, you grab your bags. I only had a backpack, so I had a carry-on, so I didn't have to worry about checking in any bags, and mostly a lot of people just have their carry-ons. You go to the USO, which is United Service Member Organization, where it's pretty much a lounge, and then you wait for that call where someone says, for new recruits, which is yourself, and then you meet, from what I remember, you meet a non-commissioned officer to take you to your basic combat training duty station. One of the things I want you to remember when you're going through the whole reception thing is that the drill instructors there aren't trying to make your life hell or anything. They're honestly just trying to knock the civilian life out of you. They've met many different civilians just like you. So they know when you're hungry, they know when you're sleepy, and they know when you're just done, and they'll use that as an advantage. So just suck it up and just keep going. Just remember, this part is to break you down in order to build you back up to the soldier that you will be. We all, we're super excited. We're like, yay, time to go. The moment we've been waiting for is finally here. So we all, had our bags, and then they told us, stay in it was 4 lines, and we all walked there. And then the non-commissioned officer told us to all, go in and then count off, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to, see how many people there are. The non-commissioned officer told all the females to have their hair in a bun. And I honestly did not know how to put my hair in a bun, and I always had my hair down, so my hair was messed up. But I remember that was the first time that, put it in a bun and make sure it was all good to go. And then took the bus ride to the reception barracks. So drove all the way there, reception barracks, thinking about life, looking out the window and all that, and then got to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. That was where my that was where my basic combat training was. And then so you get to reception and you pull up to this building, and probably been imagining Imagining this probably like for months now, and then you actually meet your other drill instructor, you know, with the brown hat or the green hat, depending if the drill instructor is a female or male. And this meeting will not be that pleasant. And I'm not saying they're gonna hit you or anything. I'm just saying that's when reality is gonna hit, and you're gonna realize I am in the military now. So they're gonna tell you and yell at you, get out and move in a quick pace. Do not take your time at this moment unless you want to get yelled at and all that. So they'll tell you where to go, and then you'll stand there and you won't move until they say. So that's the first few moments when you're just like, damn, right? This is what I remember, and I made sure I looked up and like researched some stuff just in case I've been getting stuff wrong. But this is what I remember. So we all marched into this building, and then they told us to sit down. You know, everyone had their cell phones. If you don't have your cell phones, it's fine. They gave us a paper, each of us a paper, and it had this line saying something, I am at blah blah blah, I am safe, I am now, you know, about to enter the reception part and all that stuff. It said something. It was like a 3 to 4 sentence type of thing, and it was like they told you, pick up your cell phone, call one person. If they don't answer, then they don't answer and you leave a voicemail. Call one person and you read that. And if they ask you any questions, all you have to do is read the whole thing, click. If they're talking, asking how you are, you cannot say another word. That is what I went through, and that was years ago. So that's what happened. So I called, I think it was my mom. I called my mom and I was like, blah, 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 click. And I remember her saying, are you okay? Is everything fine? And I couldn't say anything else, and it was just, that was like, damn. And then they took our cell phones away. And then reception's pretty much gonna be the longest week of your life, or longest few days of your life. That's what I thought about. Everyone was just like, I just want basic combat training to come. I just want to train. I want to do some hua stuff. I just want to go. And they're not, because this whole thing, I guess what reception is to learn to hurry up and wait. That's pretty much what it is, because you have to go through all your paperwork that you went through MEPS, and then you have to get your peanut butter shots, you have to get vision check, you have to get, you know, all your PT clothes, all your army clothes. You have to get everything ready for you. And for the peanut butter shot, it's the shot that you get, I think, around like your butt. People are saying that you don't get it, but I know in Fort Sill you still get it. So it's depending on what duty station you go to. In Fort Leonard, I got it. In Fort Sill, I hear you still get it. So and that's me working in a trade-off place. So they tell me they still get all that. So reception, again, is pretty much hurry up and wait, and reading, you know, the Soldier's Creed, and learning everything, and just getting scared pretty much until you have to meet your real drill instructors. 'Cause the drill instructors there aren't your drill sergeants. You only see these people for only a few days, and then they'll hand you off to where you're really going, and they'll hand you off to your real drill sergeants. And like I was saying, you're gonna do a lot of paperwork. So your social security number is pretty much like your serial number of you. One tip I can give you about reception is you should probably memorize your social security number, so everything will be easier and everything can become smoother. I think that's all I can tell you about reception, because I do not want to steer you wrong. Everyone has different things that they go through. I remember first time reception, I was filling out this paperwork. The drill instructor that was, you know, trying to get all paperwork, I told him my pen wasn't working, and I was in the front row, so I couldn't tell someone, oh, I need to borrow it, because it was a lot of paperwork to fill out, and I didn't want to screw over my new battle buddies, right? So I was like, I think he looked at me, he was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, my pen doesn't work, drill sergeant, right? And he was just like, really now? And I'm like, yes. And then he got the pen, he was like, if this starts working, you're gonna pay for it, right? And that was the first time I was so scared. I was like, please, pen, do not work. Do not work. I should have tried harder, please. And thankfully, it didn't work. But I was so scared, and that was my first time just... that's something I remember, because I was so scared. Because I didn't know what was going to happen, man. My dad told me a lot of stories of what he went through, and my family's told me stories about what they went to. So it was just kind of a scary moment. I know you're just going to, like, clown on me on that, but it was a scary moment. Oh, some people might be asking how living situation is in reception. So it's pretty much a big bay. So from what I remember, it was bunks, it was big bay, it was open showers, and lockers. So bring a lock. I'm telling you guys, bring a lock. And that's coming from experience. Make sure you bring a lock. I was stupid. I didn't bring a lock. I was naive. So just make sure you bring a lock, especially if you have stuff that's important to you. This is pretty much reception. Just hurry up and wait. Yeah, I'll talk about more stuff a little bit later. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down and give me some feedback so I can get better. I know I'm just super tired right now, but I know I wanted to break out a video for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm out. I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. I went to the gym earlier and all that, and I haven't showered. So, alright, I'm out. Deuces, gooses.